Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Therese and I'm very glad you are joining us today for this Azure Standard haul. So this haul, we ran in yesterday and picked it up into town and did some errands. By the time we got home, we had a power outage, so I'm bringing it to you this morning instead. So I hope that's okay with you all. So this order is compiled of a little bit of this and that, some new things to us, some different things to us, and I'm going to take you along and show you what we purchased. So one of our main places or sources for getting our groceries is Azure Standard. We've been using them for at least 8, maybe as long as 10 years now, and we really enjoy the quality they provide. What we have noticed that I would like to talk to y'all about a little bit is that with grocery prices in the regular grocery stores going up, what used to be more expensive at Azure Standard, that isn't always the case anymore. There's some great deals to be had at Azure Standard, and I'll go over a few of them that we have in this order today with y'all. I know that in comments I've gotten on previous videos that folks will say, it's too expensive for me. Well, that might not be the case anymore, so you should probably check it out again if you're wanting some good quality food. One of the biggest things that we have had to change over the last several years in our diet is wheat. I have something called MTHFR. I've mentioned it before. Y'all can look it up if you're interested, but I really can't tolerate grains that are not organic and grains that are fortified. The so-called vitamins that they fortify your wheat and your cornmeal and all that with that you buy in the grocery store, they're man-made, they're hard for our bodies to process, and my body in particular cannot process those out at all. So in an effort to reduce those and the chemicals that are in the pesticides they spray on non-organic wheat, we have switched over to buying whole wheat berries. So I want to get as many vitamins and nutrients as I can out of all of my food. So one of the best ways I've done it is we are buying whole wheat berries. I've got a hard whole wheat berry here. It's 25 pounds. And this was $36.97. I don't know how long this is going to last. We're hoping that the combination of all of the wheat berries we have in the house will last quite a good long while. But so 25 pounds for $36.97 of the hard white wheat, and it's organic. Then I have a hard red wheat berry, 25 pounds of that as well. I got to find it on and this was only $22.81, so this is significantly less. But it's also going to be more of your true whole wheat, where this is going to be a little less probably grainy. They had told me that my hard red wheat might not come in, so I went ahead and put on a 5-pound bag of einkorn grain berries just in case my hard red wheat didn't come in. Let me see the price on the einkorn here, guys. This was $13.29 for 5 pounds of it. So I needed to pick up some oxygen absorbers. I should probably take a second, and for those of you that don't need to use these in your food, oxygen absorbers just help preserve your food, help it to last longer. These were better than what I could find on Amazon, so we went ahead and used them. I've got a 50 count of 1-gallon ones for $11.85, so 50 of them should last us a while, and 100 count for quart-size containers for $5.53, guys. The next thing I had on my list was, I don't know about y'all, and I've been going in, and we don't eat a ton of sweets, and I cook most of ours from scratch, but here's the deal. Chocolate chips, guys. Oh my goodness, chocolate chips. So we went down to Costco a couple weeks ago, and I was hoping, we used to buy a big 5-pound bag, 3 to 5 pounds of chocolate chips, and it was $9.99. They had the Nestle's and they had their Kirkland brand, and we actually preferred their Kirkland brand, and we would always get those. The last couple times we've been, they haven't had them, and it was the same way this time. There was no chocolate chips, neither Nestle or their brand, just no chocolate chips in Costco. So let me know if your Costco's still carry chocolate chips, if they're carrying both kinds, and what the prices are now. But when I go into the regular store to look at chocolate chips, they are astronomically high, but we still like to have our chocolate. So this time I added in some cocoa powder. So this is a good quality organic cocoa powder, and it was $10.51 for a pound, but I should be able to get quite a few cookies, brownies, cakes out of it, so I'm happy with that. The next thing I picked up on my list is some Castile soap bars, Dr. Bronner's peppermint. I like to use these, and I did a little stock up on them. I've been looking at them in Walmart when we do go to Walmart, and they've been well over $4. I want to say, don't quote me on this, but like $4.65 to $4.89 in there. I got 3 bars for $9.75. So that makes these about $1 a bar cheaper than they would be at your local Walmart. So this is one thing, guys, that is cheaper through Azure than it was at the local grocery store. I also put in 3 bars of Kirk's. It's a Castile soap as well. When I make my own laundry detergent, I'll shred one of these into it, and I wouldn't be opposed to using this to wash our hands or for body soap if we needed to. This was 3 bars for $4.92, guys. So that's, I can't do the math real quick, but $1 something a bar for these Kirk's bars, so that's not bad. The next thing on my list is I picked up some maple syrup, again organic. I got the amber. It's a little lighter. We use a lot of maple syrup for cooking, for baking, for just pancakes and waffles and that sort of thing. So I'm gonna try this and just see how I like this on my pancakes. It won't be quite as kapow-y as the dark robust kind. I'll let you know how it is. So this was $11.75, which isn't terrible for real organic maple syrup. Okay, this is a new product for me. If y'all are curious about it, do your own research. This is for health benefits for me. There's some great claims with this product. This is black seed oil. So I've added this into my diet. It was a little bit of a spendier supplement, but just wanted to try it to see if I saw a benefit in my health. So this bottle was $24.67, and I'll take, I think its serving size is a teaspoon. I'll take a teaspoon a day, and it lasts for 48 days, so a month and a half or so on that. Next thing I have is this New Life Herbs Liver, Colon, and Parasite Cleanse. We are one of the only countries from my research recently that doesn't do parasite cleanses on the regular, a couple times a year at least. And so I wanted to give this a try again to see if it helped energy levels and just some minor things that we have going on. I know that I have used wormwood, black walnut, and cloves before, which is a combination that they say works for parasites. I'm also pairing this with some zeolite that I did not get from Azure Standard. Do your research, guys. But I did buy it, so I'm going to go over it with you. It was $29.94 for the bottle, and it will last at least a month on that one. But it's not something you do on the regular. So one of the things Kevin loves to have for a snack when we do snack is hummus and crackers. A few batches of tahini, and 1 bottle of tahini is at least double that. So $5.38 for that. To go along with that, I got a bag of garbanzo beans or chickpeas, organic dried, that I will be using for the hummus as well. And this is, I believe, a 5-pound bag. Yes, it's 5 pounds. And it was $12.79 for their garbanzo beans. Any more even canned beans at the store are, I want to say that if you're going to buy the organic canned garbanzo beans, you're probably easily looking at $1.89 a can. So this was a good deal on that. And then he likes to spice it up. So I got some organic sriracha chili sauce. So this will last us probably, hopefully a year. It just depends on what mood Kevin's in, I guess. And it was $12.79 for this. So the next thing on my list here that I've got is we got some red potatoes and some more yellow onions. Now, these yellow onions, there's only 4 in the bag, but they're gonna last me most of the month. And they're great quality onions and potatoes as well. We go through a lot of potatoes. I decided to go with the red just to change things up a little bit. So I got a 5-pound bag of organic red for $7.95. 3-pound bag of onions for $6.95, and this will last several meals, and this will last most of a month for us. So we ended up coming home yesterday from running all errands and picking up the order, and part of dinner was to use a few of these red onions. So it may not look like it's completely full, but that's because right before the power outage we enjoyed some of them. So this is one of the best hidden gems, in my opinion, of Azure Standard, is their bulk herbs. I do not have a place to get bulk herbs. I know back before we moved here, where we moved from, there was a store called Winco Foods, and we could get bulk herbs there. I don't know that they were organic or non-GMO, which most of Azure Standards are, but Azure Standard, this is a huge bag of chives. It was $7.25, guys. $7.25 for all of this. This is going to last us a good long time. Now, when Kevin did the math on this, if he had bought the small bottles in the store, what they're selling them for, this will do many, many more. It's a tenth of the cost of what you would buy in the store for chives, guys. Now, things I use chives for is we put them on top of potatoes, of course, baked potatoes, mashed potatoes. I will make a homemade ranch seasoning mix to make Mississippi pot roast. It goes in that. Chinese food, sprinkled on the top of your Chinese food, your fried rice, that sort of thing. So marinades as well. We use this for quite a lot in our day-to-day. So I've been looking for chives, hadn't found them, picked some up. When we did the math, this is the savings, guys. Look at their spices. The next thing I did pick up, and I usually do most months, is 3 pounds of raw honey. I use raw honey in everything. We grew some garlic this past summer, and one of the ways I just used it this morning was I chopped up some garlic and put it in the honey and took it for health purposes. Again, garlic and honey are phenomenal. This is 3 pounds for $12.89, which is cheaper than I can get it down at the local co-op for the local stuff. And this is good quality honey, so I'm happy with that. So I did pick up a couple of the organic cheeses. Again, guys, do your research. You just never know what to believe anymore that's out there. I know that I've been seeing things floating around for a while now on the drug company Pfizer having their hand in some rennet, and also some drug that's supposed to make cows fart less, that apparently they're putting in the dairy cows. I don't know if that's happened yet or not, but I like things natural. I feel like God designed things the way they're supposed to be, so if cows are supposed to fart, then that's all right by me. I think there's a lot more ways that we're ruining our environment than with cow farts, but anyways, so I did pick up some organic. I got a medium cheddar and I got a Monterey Jack, and this did get a little bit munched in, but it'll still eat just the same. So we picked up some cheese there, and this was for the medium cheddar, $6.65, and $6.64 for the Monterey Jack. One last thing on this month's Azure Standard haul, and I got some butter muslin fine weave cheesecloth, and this is unbleached cotton reusable cheesecloth. I do make cheese whenever I can to kind of avoid some of the things that we just talked about with the other cheese. And I would go to the store and end up buying, it was bleached and it was not reusable, and I was just a couple of bucks every time I bought one, and then I'd have to throw it away. So I picked this up. This was $7.59 for that. So I'll give you my totals. The total for the items was $263.65. The shipping charge was $22.41, and making the total $286.06. But I did have $3.96 of Azure cash, and again, that's kind of like coupons that they give it back to me a little bit. So the total for the order was $282.10. This was a stock up though, guys. It was a stock up on our wheat berries, and I'm hoping this lasts a really long time. It depends, I guess, on how much baking we do at any given time. And I'll let you know next time I have to order how long it did last. So with the stock up and just a few odds and ends, we kind of use Azure Standard to fill in the pieces to live healthy. The main places that we try to shop at are Azure Standard and Costco, because we still think that overall Costco does have some offerings in its store that are good for you. As we get older, our main focus just becomes on staying healthy. And I do believe that part of staying healthy is trying to eat as well as we can. We're not perfect, we're not purists. Every once in a while a bag of Oreos will slip in, but that's not the norm for us. The norm is eating real whole foods, that as much as possible, that we produce on the homestead. So let me know what you think of the haul. Let me know what you're buying, what you're enjoying from Azure Standard. If you haven't tried Azure Standard, you should check them out. I will go ahead and leave a link for you to check out. If you have watched any of our videos or are longtime subscribers, we thank you very, very much for coming along with us. We appreciate you. But one of the ways that you can support us is to, if you decide to place an order through our link. We get a small credit on our next order we can use, like a coupon we can use on it. At this point, guys, every little bit helps. We're putting out what we can for y'all with what we have going on in our lives currently, and there's not a lot of income for us coming in on it. So one way that you could support us would be to order from our Azure Standard site. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're having a wonderful, blessed day. And I hope this helps benefit you. We'll catch you on the next one.